We are here at an event with Michelle Rodriguez and Sea Shepherd. Tell me, Michelle, you're involved with Captain Paul Watson, and what are you going to be doing with him?
Learning.
Learning
And absorbing as much as possible from one of the greatest philanthropic experts I've ever come to know. Paul Watson's been an activist, adamant activist, since the early 60s, and I really respect him as a man. I respect his heart. I respect what he stands for. And I love how intelligent he is about attacking certain issues. You know, I feel like, you know, there are no police out there in the ocean, and nobody there to defend the creatures of the wild. And if we were left to eat nothing but humans, we would respect the cycle.
Right.
And we would respect how many humans are left on the planet and how much we can absorb of certain types of people, you know. And I think that we should treat animals the same way, with the same respect we would treat humans. I mean, what? Are we going to kill the dumb people first? Eat them first?
No.
Would we kill certain ethnic groups first? Because why? Because we feel we're superior? I just don't comprehend, you know? I don't understand why you don't listen to the natural cycle of life.
Right.
We're just way overfishing the water. I just read this massive National Geographic article recently where you just see the scale of fishing from the 1960s, where it was like literally off the coast of every continent in the world, a little, you know, like just the 300-mile limit, you know, not even into international waters necessarily, was being fished. Now we have completely covered the entire globe. And you know that there's more water than there is land.
Yes.
So
Yes.
to cover the entire globe for what? What people aren't even eating that much. Do you know how much food they throw away in developed countries, especially in America?
In restaurants, in
hotels. It's just sad to me. It's just like, dude, please, really? Just because you want to eat fish every day? Because I want?
And
Come
it's
on,
actually
man. It's just not hot.
It's a luxury
not
for
hot.
them.
This is
They
not
they
hot.
pay high.
I think the UN should have a global monetary fund, and I think the UN should get involved, and they should be paying for the freaking Sea Shepherd to go out there and police the waters. And I think they should be paying for an entire battalion representative of every country in the world.
Right.
Because, you know what? It's all our children who's going to feel the wrath of this. And it's like, do I want to grow the fish? Do I want to eat grown fish? Do you know how that hormonally, you know, affects the fish?
Right.
Do you know if that affects the omega that you receive, the nutrients that you receive from the fish? All the animals that you kill just because you believe they're homeopathically good for you in countries like China or Japan, where, you know, it's patriotic to eat some fucking whale. I'm like, at the end of the day, like, really, we need to assess what are the reasons, and are they important enough to diminish an entire colony of creatures, and how that will affect the entire life cycle of everything that's marine life. I mean, like, we're not even taking into consideration what it will do to eliminate whales from the ocean. You don't understand how that affects the plankton, how that affects the seaweed, how that affects the entire cycle of life. It's so complex.
Right.
Like, people are sitting there thinking they're geniuses because they're going out into outer space and learning about, like, other planets and stuff. Most of these guys don't even know what's in front of them on the land that they live in.
We have to learn about our own planet.
That's the whole thing, and my whole thing is learning as much as I can, so that I could, you know, hopefully create some interest, being in the spotlight and all.
It's so cool for you to be involved in all of these events. I know that you go to many green events, and you're involved supporting.
It's school for me, you
Yes.
know? It's just school for me.
But you're very knowledgeable yourself because you know about life, and
I respect life.
You respect life. And there are so many fronts in this war. We have this tradition in, as I mentioned before, in Denmark, where they're killing dolphins, hundreds of dolphins every year in Denmark. It's supposed to be a country that is civilized. They're still killing lots of animals.
To me, that's the equivalent of like Jesus walking down a path and being rocked to death by a bunch of haters.
Yes.
It's just like, the lack of acknowledgement of what pure love is. Have you ever seen a dolphin with a child who has mental illness? Oh my God.
It's awesome.
There's something really magical.
They have senses that we cannot even evaluate with the science that we
They
have.
understand love.
Yes, yes, they do.
And I think, you know, there's just a certain sheer utter blindness that a lot of people on this planet have. It's kind of like a block, an inability to see.
Right.
An other kind of love that isn't conditional, that has nothing to do with what you can do for me.
Yes.
Be my lover, make my child, grow a family. That is a very selfish love.
Yes.
The kind of love I'm talking about is something that you can only comprehend by seeing a creature like a dolphin.
Right.
You gotta have the sensitivity to it.
Yes.
And if you don't, then you'll just look at everybody and just be like, oh, it's such a shame that you don't understand where I'm coming from. And every single day that I have to exist and stare at you, hating and killing and murdering yourself and everything around you, the more I don't want to be here.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the sheer, utter epitome of my existence.
So you're going to join Captain Paul Watson in a few months, this summer?
Yeah. I'm trying, you know, I'm trying to channel it because, like, I really consider myself like a very angry kid, you know? It's like I was very, very violent as a child, and you always see me very tough. And it's because the hatred that's within me is just a want of killing to evolve.
Right.
I just want to kill the old.
But you can channel
it's
that.
Like, I wish, and I'm trying, and I'm learning.
and turn
Believe
that
me,
into passion,
I'm trying,
and you're
you know?
doing it. You're doing it just by being here and just by being involved is such a great
trying,
thing.
you know, it's just really tough, you know, when you see kids and you see animals, you know, these little innocent creatures just being stomped on by people. I'm just like, I just want to hurt everybody. Come on, baby, try that shit on me, motherfucker. You know?
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we'll work together.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yes. I'm learning how to cooperate.
Great. Thank you, Michelle.
Cheers.